Hey guys, this is Jared with 316 Fit, again with another video for you. Today we're going to talk about post-workout carbs, but not just post-workout carbs. We're also going to talk about pre-workout carbs, intra-workout carbs, why you would take carbs around your workout, should you avoid carbs around your workout, all sorts of stuff that people either get wrong, confused, don't quite understand, and why you should use them or how you should utilize them most effectively for your workouts. So first I'm going to talk about carbs around the workout. Why would you use carbs around your workout? There's a few different reasons. So either one is to fuel the workout. Usually that would be pre-workout carbohydrates or intra-workout carbohydrates. Intra-workout would be something like a carb powder, something easily digestible very quick. Something pre-workout would be either taken in a couple hours before or something, again, very fast digesting, rice, cream of rice, something like that that would be easy to get into your system, easy to digest, and easy to absorb for the workout. But beyond that, what's the reason for post-workout carbs? Post-workout carbs mostly, along with intra-workout carbs, are for muscular recovery, replenishing glycogen levels, and basically driving nutrients that you might not get effectively into the muscle and helping with recovery. So let's look first at pre-workout carbs. I've covered this a little bit in a different video, but we're gonna start with pre-workout. What could you take pre-workout? What do you need pre-workout? Best option would be to have something an hour and a half before your workout, something easy to digest, rice, white rice, jasmine rice, cream of rice, depends on how quick you need it to digest and how your carbs are timed. You'll use those carbs as an energy source before the workout. Intra-workout carbohydrates, either for muscular recovery, for an insulin spike, which I'll get into later with post-workout carbohydrates, or to sustain your workout so you don't fatigue as fast. So intra-workout, again, I've talked about this a little bit. There's a few different carbohydrate products that are out there on the market that I think are great. You want something fast and easy to digest, but something that doesn't spike you and crash you at the same time. I'm not a big fan of dextrose. Dextrose has a big insulin spike, a big crash. Your workouts just don't seem to feel as good. I like a highly branched cyclic dextrin. I like, different starches. There's a lot of good products that are out there that I think you can go check out. Your GlycoFuse, your Raging Full, your GlycoFeeds, any of those kind of products do a great job for sustaining your workouts, feeding your nutrients into the muscle. You don't just need a carbohydrate, but you'll need some sort of amino acid product like a BCAA, like AminoFactor, NutriAuthority. You could do that intra-workout, but then, okay, so let's talk intra and post-workout. We're talking, why would you take carbs post-workout? Because it doesn't make a lot of sense. You're not talking about energy levels anymore. You're not talking about sustaining your workout. Post-workout, you're talking about recovering the muscle. So you're like, well, your question is, I'm trying to lose fat. Why would I want carbs? First off, carbs are the devil. We don't like carbs. Why would I want carbs if I'm trying to lose weight? Well, the biggest emphasis for a workout should always be muscle recovery over anything else. Losing fat is not nearly as hard as building muscle, and sacrificing muscle is not worth losing fat. It just doesn't work that way. So the emphasis on a workout with weights should always be recovering the muscle, building muscle, keeping your metabolism stimulated. So I prefer carbohydrates post-workout for that reason. And the way that it works, when you have carbohydrates, there's a lot of different things that happen, but the biggest thing that we're looking at is an insulin spike. So the insulin spike helps to drive the other nutrients into the muscle after the workout. So the carbohydrates get stored, but also you have a better assimilation of the protein, a better utilization of the protein from the carbohydrates that are in there. You also tend to need less protein, or I guess the best way to put it would be you don't need less protein, but you use the protein you have more efficiently because of it. If you have amino acids, if you have creatine, you have things like that. The insulin is a driver for all of those things. But insulin's scary. We hear about how bad insulin is, insulin makes you fat, things like that. But in reality, insulin is not a bad hormone. Insulin has to be used properly. Your body produces it constantly throughout the day in different, not just when you're eating carbohydrates, but constantly you're producing some form of insulin in a small amounts. And so what you want is you want an insulin spike post-workout to drive the nutrients into the muscle to prevent any more muscle breakdown and to start the muscle recovery process. That's the most important. So what could you use in a post-workout period that would be the best? Well, first, protein's your number one. You always want protein. Any meal you have, let's just break it down. Any meal you eat should have protein in it, and it should have a base of protein, a protein shake, some chicken, some fish, some beef, some eggs, some steak, whatever you like. It should have a base of protein, always. Anything you're eating, always have a base of protein in there. From there, you can add the carbs and fats. So post-workout, you have a protein shake, that's your base. You have the carbohydrates up to your needs. That could be 30, that could be 50, it could be 75 grams of carbs, it could be 100, could be 150. It just depends on what your needs are, what the workout was. Start small, build up. It's not crazy. So then what could you eat? You could make it simple. You could do, again, the old school approach. The old school was dextrose with your protein shake. It has a big insulin spike, gets into your system quick, it digests fast. I just don't like it very much. You're drinking your calories that I think could be eaten and taste a lot better than if you were to drink them. So I don't prefer it. You could use, like I said, the intra-workout carbohydrates that we were talking about previously, the highly branched cyclic dextrins, the potato starches, things like that. You could use those post-workout as well. It just depends on what you're wanting them for the most part. I prefer to use those intra-workout. And then post-workout, I have an easy digesting food source that's good at spiking insulin levels. My preference is a low-fat kid cereal. Fruity Pebbles, Captain Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is probably my favorite, let's be honest. Those are the things that I like post-workout. One, because you get the protein. Two, you get the carbohydrates and the insulin spike. But three, you get something that actually tastes good, you enjoy it, it's a treat. But it's not a negative thing for your workout. It doesn't negatively affect your diet. It doesn't negatively affect you. You're using it as a tool to help with muscle recovery. You're using it as a tool to push you further and to help you get better. Even if you're dieting, even if you're in a severe caloric deficit, these things will still help you retain muscle, build muscle, recover muscle, more so than if you were to forego the post-workout carbohydrates. So something like Nutri-Grain bars, the granola bars, something easy to digest, Special K protein bars, not protein, but Special K bars, but anything post-workout, low-fat candy, you want it to be easy to digest. And so the trick here, you want it to be low-fat, you want it to be easy to digest, and you want it to be high in carbs. Those are the three. The carb sources matter, but to make it simple, let's just stick to those. Low fat, high carbs, easy to digest. You do those three things post-workout with your protein shake and you're in a good spot. Pop-Tarts are popular. I like Pop-Tarts. They're a little higher in fat than some things, so they digest a little bit slower, but they're easy and they're convenient. 2 Pop-Tarts, 70, 75 grams of protein. It's an easy post-workout for people. So you have that in your protein shake and you're done. So let's talk about when should you not have carbs in a post-workout time period. Well, there's only a few occasions. One, where you don't care about retaining muscle at all, you only care about fat loss, you would forego carbs. You would keep into that fat loss state. After your workout, you'd have still protein, probably just a regular meal, and you'd have fat sources as your energy. So you're thinking something like, protein and peanut butter, protein and nuts, some steak, something like that post-workout would be a good post-workout in that state. If you're in a ketogenic state where you're avoiding carbohydrates, where fat loss is your only priority, you don't care about muscle retention, you don't care about anything else, those would be the time periods where you could have something else. I would still suggest, if you're not going to have anything post-workout, that's where I think a glutamine supplementation actually comes in handy. Glutamine I don't think is great in general for muscle recovery, but in the absence of carbohydrates, glutamine will then be used and turned into glycogen to restore those muscle glycogen stores that you have in your body to help with muscle recovery, but without that insulin spike. So essentially with glutamine, you could get the muscle recovery, avoid the carbohydrates, still lose fat, and still progress. But let's just say it's not as good as carbs. It's not as good as having them for post-workout. So the glutamine would be best utilized in a very, very low carb state where you're avoiding carbs post-workout. So that's the main thing. So pre-workout carbs, let's go over it again. Pre-workout carbs, an hour, hour and a half before, something easy to digest, something relatively low fat, but sustainable, not something that spikes you and crashes you. Intra-workout, let's use a carbohydrate that's an easy, sustained release carbohydrate that digests quickly, has a high molecular weight, so it drops through your stomach. You have to mix it with a lot of water. Don't make the mistake of not doing that. Mix it with a lot of water so it drops through your stomach and digests well. Sustains you through your workout, and you sip on it in between your exercises. Post-workout, something low fat, something easy to digest, and something high in carbs. Low fat kid cereal, low fat candy. You can do rice. If you're gonna do rice, you might as well make it taste better, throw some sugar on it, something like that. But make it taste good, make it enjoyable. You're on a diet, that's the one time on your diet that you can get away. It's not even getting away with it, you can utilize something that tastes good to help you. And so why wouldn't you? So that's the answer on the post-workout carbohydrates. Why would you use post-workout carbohydrates? How do you utilize post-workout carbohydrates? And that's pretty much it for the day. If you have any questions, please email me, please write on my Facebook, please Instagram message me, anything like that. I want to do more videos. I want to help you guys. There's a lot of things up here that I don't feel are that, I don't think post-workout carbohydrates are that crazy to me, but there's a lot of people that don't understand them, and I want to help. So let me know any questions you might have, anything I can do for you guys.